Hi, welcome back to the last part of this presentation from Neurosystems on e-commerce platforms. So I'm trying to break it down for you in what sort of direction you'd want to go for, even though it may not be clear, what particular e-commerce platform you zero in on. First, your vendor is going to obviously sell you what they're comfortable with. And that's a good thing because you want expertise on a particular platform. It's very important to understand this also, is that don't get too sucked in by which platform you want to work with and then decide the vendor. Beyond a point, every platform will offer you the features that you need. The question is that is the vendor capable enough of exercising all those options from that platform, right? And I talked about CMS solutions versus e-commerce solutions out there, and that's the reason why you want to go for a hardcore e-commerce solution, because it simply gives you all the options you need in the future. We talked a lot about hosted models and SaaS-based models. Enterprise hosted is actually when there are companies like, say, Walmart, Nike, all and other big brand retail outlets out there who span across multiple geographical locations and multiple stores. Oracle, ATG Web Commerce, and IBM WebSphere are very popular options in the enterprise world. And these are Java based. Again, I shouldn't get into that conversation about the languages that I used to build these platforms, but for enterprise space, those are really big names out there. They typically don't operate in the SME segment, and that's why Shopify is a great solution, because until now e-commerce was always thought of where there's a lot of investment required, but at least services like Shopify make it possible for people to sell online, right, without too much investment, and that's a good thing, right? But again, the warning is that they don't give you everything, so don't get sucked in. Everyone's like, oh, Shopify, $40 a month. That's, yeah, well, if you will get for what you will get what you pay for in $40 a month. So if you really want a good quality e-commerce site which is customizable, and there are a lot of other things available, you probably want to consider a hosted solution. But anyway, I've beaten this topic to death, so I won't get into that part. And then there are other areas like platform as a service, and so of course this is an area of research and development that we're involved in, but I'll save that for now. I'm assuming the audience for this conversation is basically going to be looking at a hosted model versus a SaaS-based model, and I do hope that the line is clear for you. Well, if it isn't, I can still summarize it for you again. Is that within a hosted model, you would have the option of going for a CMS-based solution with a plugin over it, or hardcore e-commerce-based systems, which are e-commerce first and then content management. And what you need to understand is that plugins over CMSs probably will give you the same level of flexibility or lesser than a SaaS-based model like Shopify, right? So probably you're better off considering a SaaS-based model in that case, unless you are using WordPress and you're comfortable with WordPress, and you just want to use WordPress for everything. I can understand the whole comfort factor thing that people have. But when you're thinking about your business, please think about your business and not about what you're comfortable with, because in the long run that may severely impact your ability to scale online, right? And that's why you want to probably use, if you are anyway using a hosted solution, you may want to invest in a proper e-commerce hosted solution. The safe way out is by going via a SaaS-based solution like Shopify, limiting your initial costs. But when you feel that you need to migrate, then probably you should again shift to a hosted solution. Now I may add that there is a cost also of migration, because you don't have the power to simply take your Shopify shop, because it's a platform, right? It's on a totally different platform, just convert it into a hosted model. So that's something you need to watch out for, and that doesn't exist. So I hope I've made it easy for you to kind of make that line of clarity of what really is good for you. And I wish you really good journey in terms of your e-commerce, your business online and everything. So yeah, good luck, and go well.